Hey there, fellow travelers! Ready to explore the best places in the USA? Buckle up, because this is going to be one hilarious ride. From sea to shining sea, this country's got it all. Mountains that'll take your breath away, literally if you're not used to the altitude. Beaches that'll make you want to slap on some sunscreen. And cities that never sleep, kind of like my Uncle Sal after a 3-espresso day. We're talking iconic landmarks, natural wonders, and some places where you might just bump into a celebrity or two. Or at least someone who looks like they could be on reality TV. So grab your fanny packs, your selfie sticks, and your sense of adventure, because we're about to dive into the top 10 best places to visit in the USA. I'm your host, that guy from that late-night show you fall asleep to, and trust me, you won't want to doze off during this travel guide. We've got laughs, we've got facts, and we've got enough cheesy tourist traps to make you say cheese. So sit back, relax, and get ready to plan your next American adventure. First up on our all-American adventure, we're heading to the Big Apple, New York City, to meet the ultimate selfie queen herself, Lady Liberty. I mean, let's be real. This gal invented the power pose. Standing tall and proud with that torch in her hand, she's basically saying, "Look at me, world, I'm fabulous." And you know what? She's got every right to be. This copper colossus has been welcoming immigrants and tourists alike to our shores for over a century. She's seen it all, from the roaring 20s to the Instagram era. And through it all, she's remained a symbol of hope, freedom, and really good lighting. Seriously, have you ever seen a bad picture of the Statue of Liberty? It's impossible. She's like the Beyoncé of landmarks. Even with a flock of pigeons on her head, she'd still look majestic. But hey, maybe that's just me. I'm a sucker for a good crown. So, when you're in the city that never sleeps, make sure to hop on a ferry to Liberty Island and pay your respects to the Queen. Just maybe skip the pigeon photo op. Alright folks, from the bustling streets of New York City, we're taking a hard left and heading straight into the heart of Arizona, to a place so grand, so vast, so, well, canyony that they had to call it, you guessed it, the Grand Canyon. This natural wonder is not just a sight to behold, but an experience that will leave you breathless. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, isn't the Grand Canyon just a big hole in the ground? And to that I say, yes. But it's a really, really impressive hole in the ground. It's a masterpiece carved by nature over millions of years. The Grand Canyon is a testament to the power of erosion, with the Colorado River slicing through layers of rock to create this awe-inspiring landscape. And to that I say, yes, but it's a really, really impressive hole in the ground. I mean, we're talking 277 miles long, 18 miles wide, and a mile deep. That's like a whole lot of nothing, and yet somehow it's everything. The sheer scale of it is mind-boggling. That's like a whole lot of nothing, and yet somehow it's everything. The Grand Canyon is a place where you can lose yourself in the vastness and find a sense of peace and wonder. You stand there on the rim, looking out at all that layered rock, and you can't help but feel a little bit small. It's humbling, really. The layers of rock tell a story of Earth's history, each one representing a different era. Makes you realize that nature is a powerful force, and we're just tiny little ants crawling around on its surface. The Grand Canyon is a reminder of our place in the grand scheme of things. But hey, even ants can appreciate a good view, right? And the views from the Grand Canyon are nothing short of spectacular. Whether you're watching the sunrise or sunset, the colors and shadows play across the landscape in a way that's almost magical. And the views from the Grand Canyon are nothing short of spectacular. The changing light throughout the day creates a dynamic and ever-changing panorama that will leave you in awe. So grab your hiking boots, your water bottle, and your sense of awe, because we're about to go canyon crawling. Whether you're an experienced hiker or just looking for a leisurely stroll, the Grand Canyon has something for everyone. From challenging trails to easy paths, there's no shortage of ways to explore this natural wonder. So let's get out there and make some memories. All right, folks, saddle up and get ready for our next stop, Yellowstone National Park. It's like the Wild West out here, except instead of tumbleweeds and saloons, you've got geysers shooting hot water into the air. And speaking of geysers, let's talk about Old Faithful. This ain't your flaky friend who cancels plans last minute. This geyser is more reliable than my Wi-Fi, erupting every hour or so. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, watching water shoot out of the ground? Sounds kinda boring. But trust me, it's actually pretty amazing. It's like Mother Nature's own fireworks show, only without the loud noises and the fear of singed eyebrows. Plus, the whole park is teeming with wildlife. We're talking bison roaming free, elk chilling by the river, maybe even a bear or two if you're lucky, or unlucky, depending on how close you get. Next up on our whirlwind tour of America, we're headed to the city that never sleeps, New York, New York. This iconic metropolis is a melting pot of cultures, dreams, and endless possibilities. Now, I gotta warn you, this place is a little different from the serene beauty of Yellowstone. Imagine a beehive, right? But instead of bees, picture 8 million people buzzing around, each with their own story and destination. Now replace the bees with 8 million people, add in some skyscrapers that seem to touch the sky, and crank the noise level up to 11. That's New York City. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. But hey, don't let the constant hustle and bustle scare you off. This city is alive, and its energy is contagious. There's always something happening, no matter the time of day or night. This city's got a heartbeat like nowhere else, and once you get used to the pace, you'll be hooked. The rhythm of New York is something you can feel in your bones, and it's exhilarating. Plus, there's a Starbucks on every corner, so at least you can stay caffeinated while you're dodging taxis and street performers. Coffee is the lifeblood of this city, fueling its relentless drive. Speaking of taxis, good luck hailing one of these yellow beasts during rush hour. It's like trying to catch a unicorn in a stampede. You've got a better chance of winning the lottery while simultaneously getting struck by lightning. Twice. The traffic here is legendary, and patience is a virtue you'll need in spades. Seriously, just download the Subway app. You'll thank me later. The subway is the true lifeline of New York, connecting every corner of the city. But listen, once you've conquered the subway system, the city's your oyster. You can go anywhere, see anything, and experience everything this incredible city has to offer. You can catch a Broadway show, stuff your face with pizza, or just wander around and soak in the sights and sounds. The options are endless, and each experience is uniquely New York. Just watch out for those pigeons. They're fearless. They've adapted to the city life just like the people here, and they won't hesitate to claim their space. All right, folks, pack your swim trunks and grab your sunscreen because we're headed to Hawaii. Yes, you heard that right, the land of endless summer, where the sun kisses your skin and the ocean waves serenade your soul. This place is the definition of paradise: beautiful beaches, crystal clear water, and a vibe that just screams relaxation. Imagine sinking your toes into the soft, warm sand while the gentle waves lap at the shore. And let's not forget the palm trees. Oh, the palm trees. They're everywhere, swaying in the breeze, making you feel like you're in a tropical dream. More palm trees than you can shake a coconut at. It's so picture perfect, you'll think someone's been messing with the saturation slider on your eyeballs. The colors are so vibrant, it's like stepping into a postcard. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, you're exaggerating. It can't be that beautiful. Oh, but it is. Trust me, once you see it, you'll be in awe, just like everyone else who sets foot on these magical shores. I'm talking beaches so pristine, they look photoshopped. Water so clear you can see the fish swimming around your feet. It's like nature's own aquarium. You can see your toes even after you've had one too many Mai Tais. And the sunsets? Forget about it! They're like a painting come to life, with colors that seem almost too beautiful to be real. They're like Mother Nature's own personal light show, just without the laser beams and the dubstep music. Each sunset is a unique masterpiece, a perfect end to a perfect day. Just imagine sitting on the beach watching the sky turn shades of pink, orange, and purple as the sun dips below the horizon. It's a moment of pure bliss. But Hawaii's not just about beaches and Mai Tais. Oh no, my friends, there's so much more to explore. This place is also a hiker's paradise. You've got volcanoes, rainforests, waterfalls, you name it. It's like Mother Nature decided to throw every beautiful thing she could think of onto one island chain. Whether you're an adventurer or a nature lover, there's something here for everyone. From the rugged volcanic landscapes to the lush green rainforests and the cascading waterfalls, Hawaii is a feast for the eyes and the soul. It's a place where you can truly connect with nature. Just make sure you pack some mosquito repellent if you're venturing into the rainforest, unless you want to come back looking like you lost a fight with a pepperoni pizza. Those little buggers can be relentless. But don't let that deter you. The beauty and adventure that await you in Hawaii are well worth a few mosquito bites. So what are you waiting for? Aloha, and welcome to paradise. All right, folks, buckle up because we're heading to Sin City. That's right, Las Vegas, the land of flashing lights, questionable life choices, and enough Elvis impersonators to form their own country. I gotta tell you, there's something magical about a place where you can get married by an Elvis impersonator at 3 a.m. while wearing a toga. It's like the whole city is on a sugar rush and everyone's invited to the party. Just remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas unless you lose your phone like I did. Then it ends up on TMZ, and your wife finds out about that Elvis-themed vow renewal you had with a cocktail waitress named Trixie. Next up, we're heading down south to a city that knows how to party. New Orleans. This place is like the musical gumbo of America. A spicy, soulful, and utterly delicious mix of cultures, history, and good times. From the moment you step off the plane, you're hit with the sounds of jazz, the smell of beignets, and the feeling that you've stumbled into a party that's been going on for centuries. And trust me, you won't want to leave. Just be prepared to loosen your belt a notch or two. The food here is so good, you'll want to try everything, from the po' boys to the jambalaya to the beignets. And yes, I said beignets twice because they're that good. Okay, folks, it's time to get serious for a minute because we're heading to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, why would you send us to a place crawling with politicians? Well, first of all, rude. And second, D.C. is about more than just politics. It's a city steeped in history, with monuments and museums around every corner. Seriously, you can't throw a hot dog in this town without hitting a piece of American history. Plus, where else can you walk in the footsteps of presidents, see the Declaration of Independence in person, and maybe even catch a glimpse of a real-life filibuster? It's like a civics lesson come to life. All right. We're heading down south now to the Great Smoky Mountains. You know those mountains they named after that BBQ joint everyone loves? Just kidding, folks. These mountains are famous for their smoky haze, which, let's be honest, is just a fancy way of saying fog. It's like Mother Nature's Instagram filter, but instead of making your lunch look artsy, it makes a whole mountain range look mysterious. Now, these mountains are full of hiking trails, waterfalls, and more shades of green than a Kermit the Frog convention. You can go fishing, camping, or just sit on a porch swing and pretend you're in a country music video. But be warned, black bears also call this place home. Okay, folks, buckle up because we're heading to the happiest place on earth, Disneyland. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, you're 58 years old. Why are we going to Disneyland? Well, first of all, I'm 59, thank you very much. And second, Disneyland isn't just for kids. It's for the young and the young at heart. Or at least that's what I tell myself as I'm squeezing into the teacups. Disneyland is a place where dreams come true, where you can fly through the air with Peter Pan, sail the high seas with pirates, and eat a giant turkey leg bigger than your head. And let's not forget about the characters. Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, they're all here. Just try not to get too starstruck when you see them. And whatever you do, don't ask Goofy for directions. You'll be wandering around Fantasyland for days. Well, folks, there you have it. The top 10 best places to visit in the good old US of A. From the bright lights of Vegas to the smoky haze of the Great Smoky Mountains, we've covered it all. I hope you enjoyed this little virtual tour. And hey, if you ever decide to take a real trip to any of these places, just remember to pack your sense of adventure, your sense of humor, and maybe an extra pair of pants for all that delicious food you'll be eating. Thanks for joining us on this hilarious tour of the USA. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more fun travel guides. Safe travels, everyone!